Out of Gotham, a crazy podcast about DC, with your hosts E-Rock and PD. When we speak up, get your geeks up, cause you know you about to get geeked up. So sit back, relax, and get comfy. Lose your mind like Solomon Grundy, and listen to a show that won't be forgotten, coming straight out of Gotham.
And hello, everybody out in Fanboy Nation, Fanboy World, the Fanboy Universe. Welcome to another episode of Straight Outta Gotham. We have episode 12. We are a proud member of the Batman Podcast Network, hosted by Batman on Film. I'm your co-host from the land of pork roll and Taylor ham. I'm Peter Verra. Today we're recording on August 7th, 2020, and as always we have a great show for you today. But before we get into the details, I would like to remind all of our faithful listeners that if you take the time to review our show and rate it on iTunes, and we will read the review on air, we will send you a special surprise giveaway. So rate our show, review our show, we'll read the review on air, and then we'll get in touch, and I will send you a very special giveaway. Now, let me introduce my co-host, the newly appointed lighthouse keeper of Execution Rocks, Mr. Eric Holzmann.
Hello there. It's a little salty right now here at the lighthouse. Just a little salty.
The sea air, the fresh sea air.
Yes, it's rough being out here. I don't know how I got my equipment to work. So if it goes out, sorry.
Are you familiar with all these lighthouses around Long Island?
No,
there's quite
not
a few
all
of them.
Yes.
There's quite a few of them.
Yes, we do have lighthouses. The most famous one is the one obviously at Montauk Point. That's what everyone knows, the Montauk Lighthouse. This is one also on Orient Point, which is on the North Fork. I don't know that one's name. But we have them a lot. There's a lot on the South Shore by the beaches.
So you're at Execution Rocks. That's your lighthouse.
Yes. That is my lighthouse. Yeah, I take very good care of it. And by the way, if you saw the movie The Lighthouse... If you saw the movie The Lighthouse, don't worry, you don't get deranged like they did in that movie. So if you saw it, that doesn't happen. That's not something that happens.
Are you sure?
We are allowed to leave. We are allowed to do things and go home and have lives. So. Well,
I want to talk about your fanboy life. That's what I want to talk about because it's going down.
What?
It is. It's crazy today. There was just crazy news. It's just insane. Today was just insane. I want to talk about it. I want to get.
Oh no, we're having. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just excited.
Things have been quiet for a while. As you guys probably tell, we haven't recorded in a while, and it's not really because of the things have been quiet. Just Pete and I have had stuff going on, so it's been a little bit harder.
Been quiet. There's not been that much. Outside of like convention week, there wasn't. There were conventions. You watched them. There were panels. There were cool stuff.
Yes. Let's first of all, right. Let's first off give a congratulations to the people from Justice Con. I think we should at least congratulate them for putting that thing together and having it go off without a hitch. I didn't catch a lot of it, but I saw some of it. I know, Pete, you saw some of it, a little bit more of it probably than I did.
It was fun to watch some of the panels. I like hearing, the career path of a lot of these actors and how they get started to where they go, end up, and just how they end up meeting each other along the way. So that's cool. And, Ray Porter's story was interesting. Ray Fisher's story was interesting. Their career path was great. Jay Oliva's was really cool. So they're really worth listening to if you didn't catch up on it. But they were all really informative. So I really enjoyed what I saw.
Yeah, like I said, the weekend that they did it, I was kind of busy with family stuff, so I wasn't as attentive to it as I probably wanted to be. But I do know that it was... Huh? Yeah, I saw the main attraction, which was, of course, the clip of Superman in his black suit. Zack Snyder released that little snippet that we kind of got teased to in one of the trailers. I remember we saw Alfred's. You kind of see Superman's cape, and you see Alfred.
I thought it was a deleted scene they included in the movie afterwards.
Yeah, but I think it was also in one of the trailers. I don't remember.
It might have been.
Yeah, it might have been one of the earlier ones, but I do remember it. And he says something like, "I was expecting you," or "Who are you?"
Oh, yes. Okay, I remember this. But you don't see Superman yet. You just see Alfred. Okay, yeah, you're right. I remember.
And then people froze it, and you kind of saw his cape. Like if people took a screenshot, you kind of saw that.
Yes,
I remember that. I remember that part. So it was kind of probably that scene that we got and was a little extended. And yes, Superman is in his black suit.
And it looks good. And we saw it in Man of Steel, so it's not like this is like crazy earth-shattering.
Right.
It's the significance of the black suit post, death.
Right, post death of Superman, right.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool because it's like, I remember when I saw it in Man of Steel, I was like, oh, cool, that's a little nod to, the return of Superman.
Right.
And never actually thinking it'd be put in a movie about the return of, like there was a point in time where you just take those nods and you're like, oh, cool, thanks for doing that. We appreciate that. But now it's actually going to be seen and done. So like I'm excited. So it was worth that little clip was worth it. I loved it.
Yeah, it was. It was a cool little snippet that we got. And then today, again, I don't know if this is official or not, but I saw a picture of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it was similar to the ones we had for the theatrical cut, except Superman wasn't wearing the red and blue. He was wearing the black suit in that as well.
It just goes to show you how they could just change the colors. It's like I was like, oh, cool. Like I never thought that when they released that deleted scene in Justice League that his suit was black, Right. Maybe my eye's not as keen to it as others who are more trained, but I couldn't tell the difference. So I was like, wow, holy cow, they actually did that and they pulled that off. Like I wouldn't have never guessed that the suit was originally black. Yeah.
So again, shout out to the group that put together JusticeCon. You guys did a very good job. And I know the people who are super, super into Zack Snyder's Justice League cut were probably very pleased with that. So, congratulations to you guys. Also, actual Comic-Con happened, but I was not paying much attention to it. I don't know if anything big happened there.
Nothing really big happened, but there were it was cool to listen to some panels. Brian Edward Hill and I think it's at Broadcast Thoughts, the Batmanalist on Twitter, had a panel about mental health and during the pandemic and just the industry and stuff, and that was fun to listen to. Then there was a tribute to the late great Denny O'Neil. I listened to a couple. Anything that I thought was of value, I retweeted out on the Straight Outta Gotham page. So if you want to catch up on stuff, just scroll down there. But Kevin Eastman did like some kind of like talking turtles while drawing turtles, and I thought that was cool. Todd McFarlane talked toy industry and just licensing and stuff, and I thought that was cool. There was a panel with the producer and the writer of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. They talked about getting that movie made. So there was some really cool stuff. You just had to search for it and find it, and you may find other things more interesting than I did, but those are the highlights for me.
It seemed a little overwhelming how much content there was and the times it was going on. Obviously, we've been to New York Comic Con, you and I, to cover it. And obviously, it's the same way there, too. But there, you actually have to physically go places. And, it's a little bit more you can't get caught up seeing everything at once because you're only one person. But here in a virtual world, you probably could have had multiple windows open watching different things.
Yeah, I mean,
so I do know some people who did follow it more intently than I did said it was actually pretty cool to be able to do that.
Yeah, so, no, it was cool jumping from panel to panel and not having to worry about waiting in line to get into a panel or missing a panel. So it was like everything was really at your finger. It was just a different way of consuming it, like.
Yeah.
And New York Comic Con's its own beast, but I really enjoyed just being able to watch the panels at my leisure, like, because it's on YouTube, I can rewatch it whenever. Like it has, it's the ability to play back, and that was great. Like, you go about your day, you're out and about, and then you come home and you can watch 2 hours worth of panels and just people talking and about content.
Yeah, I agree.
So
it was cool. Yeah.
And check out that YouTube page. The San Diego Comic Con YouTube page is phenomenal. Like, there's so many panels. There's like 300 panels. There's something for everyone, really. Like, check it out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think the pandemic's been revealing for a lot of things. Obviously, people working from home and, but the fact that you can do a Comic Con in a virtual setting, obviously it's not the same, but now that it can be done and that it's pretty, it's pretty good. It was pretty successful.
Don't get me wrong. You still you miss out the feel of Comic-Con and
of course
being able to buy stuff from vendors and looking at books and Artist Alley and just pictures and cosplay that. It's a totally different thing, but it's like Comic-Con on demand almost, so it's cool. I did enjoy it. It was the best of a bad situation, and I just appreciate it. At both cons, they were both going on simultaneously. I think they shared 2 days out of their whole run.
They did. They did.
It was fun going from one to another. We were literally you're con hopping. It's like, is this real? So
did you see that some of the people actually did gather in San Diego? Some of the cosplayers, and did you see any of the coverage of that?
I didn't see any of the pictures. People were telling me about it. I think it's great. As long as they're socially distant and they're just adhering. I'm sure they're wearing masks, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, but, they were wearing masks for obviously for the reasons they attended originally.
Yeah, I think it's just great to have the spirit and try to create some normalcy somehow. So I was all for it. So just as long as people are having fun and having a good time and everything's going great, I got no problem with it.
Well, speaking of those two cons, we have a new con. It's not really considered a con.
I'm so excited.
I know, but it is. It's pretty much a con, and of course, I'm talking about DC FanDome.
The con of all cons.
Yeah, this. I just have to give a big, huge props to DC now and what they're doing and how they're doing with their marketing and across the board. Yes, across the board, they put the problems behind them and they really are turning a page, and that can only be good. So just a major shout out and props to them for doing that. They were in a bad place, as we all know, and they've kind of, turned the page and they're looking forward.
The Batman is coming. The Batman's coming. I can't wait.
The Batman is coming.
Great.
And at FanDome, which is on August 22nd, we will be getting appearances, or in some way, shape, or form, from Robert Pattinson.
Oh my God.
Matt Reeves will be there, apparently. So, yeah, this is going to be the first time we publicly hear something from them. And of course, I'm looking forward to it. I know you're looking forward to it.
Of course, dude. I'm dying. Solo Batman. Here we come, back on track. Let's get it. Let's just go. Just a good old Batman story. I am so ready for this, dude. I'm so ready for this. I can't wait to just sink my teeth into whatever Matt Reeves has to offer. And there's so much that Matt Reeves is offering that it's so exciting. It's such a great time to be a Bat fan again.
Yeah. So what do you think we might see from them at FanDome? Do you have any? Oh,
man, I think we're going to get a little teaser. I think we're going to see the suit in motion. I think we're going to get a sample of the voice, just something. I think we're just going to get a look at Batman, and Reeves is going to show us his version of the character, and that's what I'm dying to see. I got that little red video and with the music, and I'm excited, and I saw those damn leak photos, but
right.
This is it. I think we're going to get more than one Batman trailer at this thing too, which is even crazier, but I'm really excited for Solo Batman. The Batman is where it's at for me. And Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, all that stuff. Really, I'm pumped for all of it. I look at the list. Val Kilmer's going to be there, so Schumacher cut. I'm excited for that. There's so much possibilities for Batman, and that dude. I can't wait to cover this, because that means all I'm going to do is be watching
it. That's true. And we'll talk a little bit more about our coverage of it later. We'll come back to that, because we have we're working on some stuff that we think is going to be great and a lot of fun. So we will touch on that towards the end of the podcast. But yeah, the list of people who are going to be there is pretty impressive. So just really quickly, I'll go through some of the highlights.
And
Adam
can't
Brody.
Go through all of them because everyone's going to be there. That's why.
Yeah, I'll be sitting here reading names for a while.
I think everybody but Tim Burton's going to be at this thing. That's how DC connected this thing is.
Yeah, I'm in the tease. I don't see Tim Burton, so I know one of your favorite people, Tara Strong, is going to be there. So
shout out to Tara! Woo-hoo.
Shout out to Tara Strong. Yes. Pete has pictures with her and has interviewed her. So
I have. It's yeah. It's like when to interview Harley Quinn, the voice of Harley Quinn. Tara's phenomenal. She's phenomenal.
So let's see, from the Arrowverse, we have Katie Lotz from Legends of Tomorrow, and also she was on Arrow as well. Candace Patton, who plays Iris West on The Flash. Cress Williams from Black Lightning, who Pete and I both met.
Yes.
Awesome guy.
Reign of the Superman premiere.
Yeah. Diane Guerrero from Doom Patrol.
Oh, love her.
Ezra Miller from The Flash. Maybe we'll even get some information about that movie, which would be fun.
Oh man! So did you see Keaton's name? His Keaton name is. I don't want to play it because I don't want the music to play. But
I don't see.
I didn't see Keaton's name.
But maybe he'll be a surprise guest. Who knows? But Grant Gustin will be there. Idris Elba, Gal Gadot.
Yes.
I already mentioned Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson, of course. Another Pete favorite, Patty Jenkins, will be there.
Oh, I love you, Patty Jenkins. Can't wait for Wonder Woman 84.
Zachary Levi, who played Shazam.
Yes.
Or sorry, Captain Marvel. Sorry, let's be correct. And one of my favorites, Viola Davis, who played Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad. She will be there.
That's another movie I can't wait for. Dude, FanDome, it's going to be Christmas. I tell you what, really, I'm in a dire need of some Christmas right now, and this DC FanDome sounds like just the thing for me.
It really is a DC fans' Christmas.
It's just like they were inspired by, like, I don't know, Star Wars Celebration and D23, and it's, you know, the one good thing about the pandemic was just, you know, the fact that they were able to put something like this together. You know, it's everything you've really ever wanted as a fan of, like, this version of media.
It is. And like I said, the list of people is pretty damn impressive. Obviously Scott Snyder will be there. Everyone loves Scott Snyder, so he will be there.
Huge. Yes.
We will there. Tony Shalhoub,
nice.
Monk himself.
Okay.
He will be there. Timothy Dalton from Doom Patrol.
There's a bunch of Peters in this. I've noticed.
But not you. How did you not get your name on this list?
Look, I'm here with you, the fans, talking about this stuff because that's where I want to be with you guys, talking about how awesome this is because it's going to be amazing.
It is. Patrick Wilson, Ocean Master, of course.
Yes.
And the president in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
The voice of the president in Man of Steel, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, not Man of Steel, in BVS.
BVS, most misunderstood comic movie of all time.
In BVS. Yeah, so this is going to be very, 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 very interesting. It's going to.
I'm pumped, dude. Like, it's like.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Dude, and we haven't even talked about the other, like, parts of FanDome. We've just talked about, like, live action movie stuff, you know? Like.
Yeah. Obviously, there's going to be video game stuff, and we got a little teaser today for one of the video games, and it appears that Rocksteady
it's weird
making a Suicide Squad video game.
The group text seemed pretty split on this one today, and I was kind of surprised.
Yes, I agree.
Me and you were on the same boat. We were like, oh wow, this is different. What is this? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, no, we were.
I was all for it. I'm like, new stuff? Yeah.
Obviously, we've gotten these characters in the Injustice games, so they've been in video games before. But
I want to do something more than just like button smash, though. You know,
right? What I'm like this is a story based game, so you know I'm interested to see what this is going to be. But that picture was pretty cool with the bullseye on Superman's head.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, dude, here's the thing. Like, I don't know anything about this, right? But what if every level you've got to take down a superhero, you know? So there's a level in Metropolis against Superman. There's a level in Gotham City against Batman. There's a Black Manta level underneath the sea, and you got to be, you know, Aquaman. Captain Boomerang has to be like, dude, how cool would it be to try to take down a hero?
Yeah, it would be a different. Right, be different in a game to have to take down a hero and not be a hero. So that
avoid the hero. Oh man, it'd be so.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
I was like, okay, this sounds cool. Like, I'm down for this.
I'm totally down for this game. I right now I would say my anticipation, and again, don't laugh at me or don't say I hate you, but my anticipation for the Suicide Squad's a little bit higher than it is for the Batman, only because I know a little more about it. So that for me, and now we're getting this game. I wonder if they'll I'm thinking, will they coincide? How will they, I
feel like they haven't had a tie-in game since Green Lantern. I don't know if that's coming back, but I think they'll make a game similar. You know?
Right. I'm saying, will they use the characters, all the characters we know that have been in Suicide Squad, which is a ton?
Sure, why not? I mean, get some people out of the library. I would love it.
Yeah,
I'd love to fight as Bronze Tiger.
Right?
No, I would. I'd love to shoot off his Deadshot. You know, it's just there's so many. Throw boomerangs as Boomerang. You know, there's so many. I mean, there's so many cool villains. It's cool trying to take their side almost. I don't know, but I don't know anything about it. Like everyone assumes it's just like your Suicide Squad taking down Superman, but what if it's almost like you've got to just take down individual heroes? And then you mix and match. Like, how would Harley Quinn try to take down Superman? You know, how would Black Manta take down Batman? You're getting into like the uber nerdiness of the stuff, but
right? Is it evil Superman? You know, are they going to be like, you know, the patsies, like Will Smith said in Suicide Squad? They're the, maybe. You know, it's going to be something like that where they have to stop evil Superman, and who knows? We don't know, but I think it's going to be a pretty fun game to play. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
I think it'd be. So, I love the idea. I mean, I don't even know the idea, but I just like
right. Yeah, we don't know much about it yet.
My interest is really peaked.
Right. So I think a couple of the big things we're obviously going to get from FanDome movie wise is definitely we'll get more probably of Wonder Woman 84 because it should have been out by now, but because of the pandemic, obviously it's not. So I'm sure we'll get a couple more scenes or clips from Wonder Woman 84. I'm anticipating we'll get some kind of trailer or teaser from the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I think so. I think that is a big yes. I think that's, you know, and that's exciting. Like, dude, that's another Batman thing in this FanDome, which I'm really pumped for.
And also, while you and I haven't recorded a little bit of news. Well, no, we did actually talk about the Black Adam casting last time. So
yes, we did.
Take that back. Yes, but I'm sure we'll hear a little bit more about Black Adam as well. I know that's one of the movies I saw listed as there will be discussions about. Aquaman again, which I'm assuming is the sequel. I don't think we need to talk about the original film, but I'm assuming the sequel will be discussed. So yeah, it's going to be, I think we're going to get
Do you think that Black Adam comes into picture like he'll have his own movie, but then you think we'll see Black Adam face off against Shazam and Shazam 3?
I think we have to see that. I mentioned this on the last podcast, I believe, but I think we have to see that because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. So I think we will see it probably, yes, in Shazam 3. Obviously, we're going to get the second Shazam, and then we'll have.
I bet you get like a post-credit type scene for Black Adam for Shazam at the end of Shazam 2.
Right. So yeah, so all of this is gonna be covered at FanDome, and it's only 24 hours. I know it. You keep thinking, I'm like, it's only 24 hours, so. Are you already trying to decide what you're going to stay up to watch overnight? If there's something interesting you want to
catch, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna go get some Red Bull and some 5 Hour Energy. I'm gonna stock up with some coffee.
Yeah,
maybe get a gallon.
Right. Yeah. So,
but I mean,
some TV shows that'll be discussed as well. All the ones that we're pretty much knowing, but Batwoman's a bit. I want to see if they give any information about the character change and what they're going to do.
I still have to finish season 1.
Their Black Lightning will be there. Legends of Tomorrow, Stargirl, which I haven't watched yet. I started the first episode, but I haven't watched any more than that. So, but I've heard such great things, so I have to get on top.
I know.
Of that.
I got to catch up on that right now. Here's the deal. Right now, I'm doing my homework for JJ Hodges' Comics for Junkies podcast.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about the 90s Flash TV show. So I've been binge watching that.
Nice.
If I'm able to watch like 2-3 episodes a day, I can watch the whole season before I'm on a show. So that's what I've been watching a lot.
I like that.
It'll be a fun time. JJ does a good job.
Yeah. So let's see, what else am I looking that's interesting? Oh, Superman and Lois. Maybe we'll get some.
I can't wait for that. That's like my most anticipated show of the year.
Right. Titan season 3. So I'm looking forward to that information as well, FanDome. The TV shows that we're going to get that we already watch and some that I haven't seen yet, and then obviously the follow-up seasons. To Titans, Doom Patrol, which the finale was released for season 2 was released today. I have not watched it yet.
I am 3 episodes behind. I'm going to have that.
I'm going to do that after this podcast. I think I'm going to pop it on and watch the finale. So yes, when you're done, Pete, when you're done with catching up, we're going to do a show on Doom Patrol season 2. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, we both loved it.
Yeah. Yes. So far we've loved the season.
Unless they do something crazy in the last 3 episodes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it even more. So
yeah, well, I've seen 2 of the 3, and they were both very good. So
yeah,
I don't think you'll be disappointed.
No, that show is that show's phenomenal. It's kind of a blessing. It's going to HBO Max, so I'm sure it'll only get better.
Seems like everything is, and in that good segue there, because we got news about another Batman character getting a show on HBO Max. And of course, yes, as Pete just teased, this is Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman. And the reason that I'm saying Zoe Kravitz is because just like the DC Gotham Central, whatever it's going to be called, will be in the Pattinson world, so will this Catwoman film, with Zoe Kravitz reprising her role as Catwoman. Now, it's still a rumor, but I have it on pretty good authority that it's going to happen. So you guys can take that and do what you want with it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. So I know, Pete, you're excited for this. Even though we don't know much about her yet because we haven't seen her.
This reeks confidence. There's nothing you could say that doesn't tell me that Warner Brothers is not pumped for the Batman. They are already putting in production a Catwoman TV show, a high quality, we're talking Sopranos, Game of Thrones level budget TV show, starring their Catwoman in association with the same network doing a cop drama in the same confidence. This movie reeks of confidence. Whether we find out it's overconfidence and overhype or not is a different story, but Warner Brothers is so far in with Matt Reeves, the Batman. They love what he's doing. That's all that this does. They love it. So that gets me excited as a Batman fan. Like you guys, I said it earlier in the show, solo Batman, I am so pumped for it. Give it to me. I'm talking Batman villains, crime, street level stuff, grimy, dirty. I had my fun with the Justice League type stuff. I'm ready. I'll bring on the Snyder Cut. I'm excited for it. But solo Batman's my guy. I'm ready for solo Batman. I can't wait. I'm so ready for this.
Right. Yeah. Me too. We may never get a Bat Family or a Batman expanded universe on film, but if they're going to do it on HBO Max, that's fine with me. I would love to see more of these kinds of things happen. Get more. I'd
love for a Nightwing and Robin TV show.
Right. So whatever we get as an extension in this Batman verse now, I guess we could call it, this is awesome. Now, this is first. I just want to put out there that this is being reported by the Cinema Spot, which is the first place I saw it posted. I've seen it other places since then. So I don't want to.
It is
not
up
give
on
them
Batman on Film, so you could take that for what it's worth.
Yes, Batman on Film has reported it as well. So yes, you surmise from that what you will. So not right now. We don't know much about it. We don't know if it's going to be a prequel to the movie or a sequel from the movie. But we know it's in the universe. So
here's the thing too. Also, like Catwoman has got to get her due. She was in Batman Returns, and then they changed everything up, and then we lost to Michelle Pfeiffer. Another Michelle Pfeiffer appearance as Catwoman. Dark Knight Rises was the end of a trilogy. Hathaway was fantastic. Arguably the best thing about that movie. We lost her because it was just the end of the story. Zoe Kravitz, she hasn't even gotten a movie yet, and she's already getting more exposure than the other.
That's a very good point.
Catwoman's such a fantastic character. So and I hear Reeves is doing a lot with Long Halloween and just early Batman. So if there's a really great Catwoman story, When in Rome, where she goes, I don't want to ruin it, but she goes, she learns about her biological father is blah, blah, blah. And it's very oriented in the Long Halloween. And if it takes inspiration from that, she's going around the globe stealing stuff. Very interesting stuff to see her go around as a cat burglar,
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think pumped. Yeah, I think whichever way they go with it, as we know, she's one of the most interesting female characters in all of comics. So whichever way they go with it, it's on HBO, which we know their track record is impeccable. So I am so looking forward to this, and I really, 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 really can't wait to see what they do in the movie and in this show. I haven't
been this excited, honestly, since before BVS.
Yeah, I think
to be honest, it's I'm feeling really amped up for this stuff. This stuff sounds like it's gonna be good. It really does. The Batman sounds like it's gonna be good. Wonder Woman 84, just where the films are going, and to see the Snyder Cut finally, that's great news too. But it all just seems like the ship has been really course corrected, and they're killing it. I mean, and their TV shows are great. You know, Doom Patrol is fantastic, and
right.
It's just,
they've always done pretty well on TV. They've done pretty. I mean,
CW
I know
has been very successful.
Yes. I know you
and then
don't
Watchmen on HBO too. Don't forget that, and some more modern stuff.
And we know you don't like the show that shall not be named, so we won't go there.
Who?
But
where? No, not around.
But it did have a following, and people were very passionate.
Fake Wayne.
And I've watched Pennyworth. I don't know if you have, but that's also a very good show.
Is it? Did you like it? It just
I did like it.
I'm gonna go all Garrett Graff, be like, I'm excited, not really, you know, like I don't know about an Alfred show. I don't think I need this. Go Twins.
Go Twins. But no, I didn't think I needed it. When I heard it was going to be, I still don't know if it's a prequel to the Sean Pertwee character in the show that shall not be named.
I believe it is. It is a prequel to the show that shall not be named.
Okay, so, but
Fake
yes,
Wayne.
It's the same writers, it's the same creators, but I'll tell you, I think the extra budget they have on Epix helps because it's a lot better than that show. So I definitely, should tell you, I would check it out if I were you. If you can get a hand, just start watching season 1. I wouldn't
mind. I'll get into it. It seems very James Bondy.
It is. It's very much like that. It goes into his...
Which means Javi would love it.
Yes, that's true. Yes, Javi would love it. So, but definitely check it out. You have a chance to check it out. Just to circle back on the Catwoman thing, though, because when you said that about Michelle Pfeiffer, it was even worse because like she popped up at the end before they went rolled credits. So like, oh, she's still alive. We're going to see her again. And,
yeah. And it's just, you never did. Never did. And then Daniel Waters handed in his Catwoman script the day that Batman Forever came out. So that was a big no. And we haven't gotten, but we got Anne Hathaway. I can't complain between, 66, Burton, and
she's
Nolan.
been well represented in every, format we've gotten.
But to get her a little bit expanded, like I'm excited. And Zoe's an A-lister, she's fantastic. I'm all pumped. I can't wait to see what she brings to the table.
I can't either. I can't wait to see.
I'd love if they gave me a picture of her, I'd love to see her suit. I'd love to see Oswald too,
Well, maybe we'll get some of that at FanDome.
Dude, I cannot wait. Dude, solo Batman. This is so exciting. I have not been this excited since Batfleck was cast. That's how pumped I am. That's how pumped I am. Yeah, and I was excited for Ben. I was an OG. I was excited for Affleck getting cast. I knew that was going to be special. But say what you want about the movie, but Affleck, we all admit Affleck's amazing in the role.
He is.
But that's the level of hype I am now for this. I'm excited. I want to see Andy Serkis as Alfred. the
cast is A-list. The cast is so good so far. everyone that we got.
I want to see Totoro in a tuxedo.
Paul Dano, right? Riddler. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see. I don't think we're going to get Spandex Gorshin Carrie Riddler. I think we're going to get
probably not
series. But that's cool, though. I'm kind of glad that we're not going to. I'm glad it's going to be different. I'm glad to have that type of Riddler in live action. But I'm also glad that we might actually get an Arkham game, Batman animated series type of Riddler. That's great. I love the multiverse, and I'm so glad it seems like DC is really just tapping into their history, I feel like they tried to copy Marvel's cinematic formula when they should have just been trying to utilize their own.
That was their biggest mistake. And we've discussed this offline and we've discussed it in our group with people. It's the biggest mistake they made trying to catch up. They should have just done their own thing from the beginning and taken it film by film, build your universe, and then have wait, hold on. We're not even discussing yet that Ezra Miller is going to be there, which means there's going to be something about Keaton's Batman. So that's another Batman. That just slipped our minds, there's so much Batman in FanDome. It's going to be amazing. For us, this is great. For everybody else who likes DC characters, it's probably not going to be so great. Is it so Batman? Why not? They're covering everyone, though. I don't see everything's being covered.
Where's the Green Lantern?
Oh, that's true.
Well, I guess that'd be an HBO Max thing. I don't know. I guess you're right there, but it is very Batman heavy, which for me is great.
I don't see the guy's name who played Diggle on Arrow because he was supposed to be the next Green Lantern. So I don't see his name on this list. So I don't know if we're going to get information about Green Lantern, at least on TV. We'll see what happens with that. But it would be cool to get more information on that too. Hopefully we'll get something. All we know is it's 24 hours of information. So we're going to be getting a lot of stuff.
Did they release like a schedule yet? I guess they don't. They're still just like
I haven't seen any schedule. I'm sure they've got something finalized, but
dude,
yeah,
this is going to be so much fun. Like,
yeah. So I guess we'll kind of touch on that part of it for us as well. We are working on collaborating with some other podcasts to cover that event. Hopefully, all 24 hours. I don't know how. I don't know how we'll do that. But we're
lot of Red Bull.
Yeah, right. We're hoping to do it as a live stream as well. So we're going to work out the kinks of that with the next few weeks to make sure that we have everything solid before we go live. But yes, folks, we are going to be live streaming either on YouTube or on Facebook Live. I haven't really decided that yet. We haven't had that big discussion. We have to have that talk. But either place, you guys will be able to see Pete and I. I don't want to drop any other names because we have to make sure that they're.
This is the straight out of Gotham Con.
Pretty much, yes. This is right now.
SOGCON.
Right now, it's the SOGCon. That's
SOGCon. You guys go to SOGCon? What?
Right now, it's just the SOGCon, but trust me, there will be more people. So we have a tentative name for it too, but again, we want to finalize everything. So within the next few weeks, you guys should be hearing a little bit more about it. We will definitely post on the Facebook page. We will tweet about it, and we will probably have another podcast discussing all the finalized details. So
it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
It will be fun. Yes, we have a lot of very interesting ideas. And the people that we're going to be working with, we obviously, they're great. We love them all and they're great. So we look forward to that. We're excited about it. So you guys definitely look forward to that when we get around to it. I do want to mention a couple of other things that happened today or recently. Speaking of Ben Affleck, we learned a couple hours ago that he's going to be directing a new film. Ben Affleck will be directing a movie called The Big Goodbye, which is an adaptation of the Sam Wasson book, The Big Goodbye, Chinatown, and the Last Years of Hollywood. Basically, it's going to go over Roman Polanski's directing of the movie Chinatown in the late 1970s. So, if you were hoping still that Ben Affleck was coming back, guys, he's going to be pretty busy. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, Pete, do you have any interest in this movie?
Yeah, I have a lot of interest. I love Chinatown. Chinatown's one of my favorite movies. I watched it in film school, and it was part of like film theory. And I've fallen in love with it ever since. And it's a really good Nicholson movie. I watched it pretty early on in the pandemic. It's definitely dated, but it's very nostalgic, and it means a lot and brings me back to college and stuff. So I have a lot of fond memories of it. But no, it's a cool movie. It's really cool. It's a really good detective story, and it kind of, when I heard he was doing this, it kind of brought, what was the name of that? Oh, he did Hollywoodland, where he also ended up being like George Reeves.
Yes.
So it's kind of like that. He likes that kind of like era of film and that like that look, and I appreciate that. I kind of, there's a lot of that in Live by Night as well. Just like that kind of like style of dress, and Affleck seems to really be attracted to that stuff. So like it's cool. Like I like Affleck as a director. I'm all down for this. I didn't see Triple Frontier, and I didn't see the what's it called, The Way Back.
The Way Back was excellent.
I haven't seen those two, but I'm all for Affleck. Thanks, Affleck.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this movie too. Again, I love him as a director.
Have you ever seen Chinatown?
I have.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great movie. He's also writing the script. So
this is what he wants to do. Like this is what Ben Affleck like. This Affleck should be making movies, man. He is a fantastic filmmaker, and I applaud this. And I'm just, I can't wait to see what he has in store, because I love Chinatown, so I'm so excited for this. And Roman Polanski is such a weird guy, so it's like I'd love just a little bit more information. So that whole situation is just like, oh God, what a weirdo.
Yeah. So I'm very interested in this film, and I'm really looking forward to him being behind the camera and just giving us another good movie. Hopefully, it's in the Argo in the town and not so much like.
Oh, I love the town. I love the town. Ryan Lauer loves the town. We love the town.
Is awesome. Town is an awesome movie.
You're awesome.
it's totally him too, because it's in Boston and
it's great. It's great. Some great accents.
So congratulations to Ben Affleck, and I can't wait to see it.
Good job, Benji.
Yeah.
Way to go, kid.
Yeah. Yep. Keep it going. So another interesting thing happened a couple weeks ago. Now it might have been last week. Now I think it was just last week. We got, maybe even Monday. I'm sorry, but we got word that after months of delaying, Disney decided to deciding to put the live action Mulan on Disney Plus for I believe it's a $30 charge. I think it's $29.99. Yeah, right, $30. On Disney Plus, it's an extra $30 charge. It'll be in early September, I believe. And I was pretty stunned when I read that, because this is, I mean, a lot of their live, their live adaptations of their cartoon movies, some of them have been I
really dug Aladdin.
Yeah, Aladdin was good. Aladdin was one of the good ones. Aladdin. But they haven't been as good as I thought they would be. So, but this, from the first trailer, I was like, wow, this looks really good. The Mulan trailer looked really good. So I'm very surprised that they're doing this. I understand why, because with the pandemic, obviously changing everything and movie theaters not being uniformly opened at one time. Like, they might be open in some states, but not everywhere. Might be open in some countries, but not everywhere. And obviously this would be a worldwide release. So I was a little surprised, but understood it at the end. But it also makes me wonder now what they're going to do for, say, Black Widow, which is also a Disney product, which is also supposed to be out by now and hasn't been. Scarlett Johansson's one of their bankable stars. She's been in most of the, pretty much, I would say half of the Marvel movies.
I'd say so. Right? She's there from the beginning.
From Iron Man 2 on. Yeah, she's been there. So I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if they did it, but I don't know what choice they're going to have, which kind of puts me thinking as well, will other studios start doing this? Will Warner Brothers decide to do it with Wonder Woman 84 if they can't open it in October? It's unfortunate because, as you know, and I know we both like going to the movies and that whole experience, but things are changing now, and these properties, they have to keep pushing them back and not knowing when you're going to be able to release it. They're losing money in a way. So first of all, what did you think when you heard the news? What do you think for the future of movies with this kind of a setup? What's your take on all of this?
I don't think the movie industry will ever die. I think there's fans like us who love the experience of going out to a theater for, soda, popcorn, watching a movie in a dark theater. I think there's something about that we just love, and that's ingrained in our culture and who we are. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that'll go. I think it'll take a little bit of time to get back to where it was. But I do think in the meantime, I think this is a good idea. I know they say it's a one-shot deal with Mulan. So we'll see what happens. It's probably just a test run until they see, if Mulan is great, I'm sure Black Widow will come out. And, we've all said that, Wonder Woman 84 should get the same treatment. Mm-hmm. I remember Mark Hughes wrote something about it on Forbes where at one point he was reporting it would be $50, but now it's down to $30. And I was like, I'm just thinking, is it $30 per viewing or is it $30 for a day? Because, I'll watch it twice a day. If Wonder Woman 84 comes out, I will watch it probably 2 to 3 times that day. Right. I'll spend my day watching, especially now, Yeah. All things considered, I'll probably, if it comes out, I'll watch it at least twice a day, and I'll get a good grip on it because I'm sure, we're going to be talking about it. We'll be arguing about it on Twitter. Someone's going to tell me something stupid. The gold suit's only for toys. All this stuff didn't look like Cheetah. Everything. Maxwell Lord, I can't believe she did that. It's okay, we get it. It's probably going to be divisive, and everyone's going to fight about it. So it's we're going to be talking about it. So yeah, I want to see it. I do. I just do. So I'll pay the $30 if I have to. I'll do it for one. But then again, I'll probably end up being a little bit pickier because But then again, how much does it cost you to go to the movies anyway? By the time you go there, get popcorn, a drink, and your ticket, you probably spent $30 to begin with.
Close to it, yeah.
So, what's really the difference? Only this time I get Jiffy Pop and I get to make it myself. So it's I actually win here. And I can have Fresca. I get Fresca and Jiffy Pop in my house. How is that? Okay, sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think with because of the circumstances, obviously it's a good idea. Saying it's a one-time thing, that was kind of vague, like you just said. Like, what does that mean? Is it a one-time thing? Like you said, you buy it once and then you can only watch it for a day, or do you have it for 3 days, or do you have it for the weekend, which I think would be the best way to do it. Have it, if you get it on Thursday or Friday, you have it until Sunday. The problem I think they're worried about with that is pirating. But there's no way to stop that anyway. I'm pretty sure there's going to be pirated versions of Mulan anyway. So, but I would pay it for this because I've loved everything I've seen so far. So, and I would like to see this.
The Black Widow story interests me. Actually, so I probably would spend my money. I'm not a big Mulan fan. Like, her story just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why. I just never really liked Mulan.
Okay.
I did see the live action Aladdin. I thought that was amazing. So I check out the Disney stuff. Definitely. It's just not my level of expertise, but I probably wouldn't do it for Mulan unless like you were like, dude, you have to see this movie. It changed. I'm like, well, really, Mulan, really? Okay. Sure, Eric. I would love to check this movie out that inspired you and enlightened you. Like.
I kind of like Asian culture. So when I see things like that, I'm at least always peaked a little bit, and then the more stuff I saw about the actual film and the more that was released, I'm like, wow, this looks really, really good. So I'm definitely going to buy that when it comes out and take a look at it and see what it's all about. Sure. But I'm very I'm worried that this could change how blockbuster movies
I'm like, dude, I will go in a movie theater and I will wear my mask and I will sit 6 feet apart from somebody and I'll drink my straw. I'll drink with my straw through my mask and I'll deal with it. Like, I want to go to a movie theater at some point to see a movie on the big screen in the surround sound. I do, but that's me. Like, I get it, But
I just think from a financial standpoint, like, what does the studios probably save money having it done, like this. So again, we've learned a lot in this pandemic. Like we said, companies now might change might change having people come to work every day. People have been working from home. So they realize, hey, we don't need to have pay this huge rent for all this space in this building. Mm-hmm. We can have people work from home and rotate people coming in. So is it going to be the same thing with film? Are we going to have this now where, they release this? Let's be honest, this is the first blockbuster that they're going to be doing this with. So they're going to see, this is the test case. And I think everyone is now looking, okay, how's Mulan going to do? We still hear that Tenet is coming out. Warner Brothers still says it's coming out.
Nolan, baby. Nolan is what Nolan.
Everyone is insisting that this movie will be in theaters.
Nolan. So,
I don't know. It's supposed to come out on the day of FanDome, right? I think it's supposed to come out on the 22nd or somewhere around there.
Idea, dude.
So
it's not coming out anytime soon. I can tell you.
That's what I like. What are they? They can't make the governors change their mind. I don't know what they're going to do for Tenet, but Warner Brothers no.
It's whatever Nolan wants, Eric. He's Nolan. He's Nolan.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
He's Nolan.
If that was the case, it would have come out on July 3rd like it was supposed to.
He's Nolan.
It would be out already. So I have no idea what's going to go on with that movie. But again, I
can't wait for it to come out. Whenever it does, it's going to be great.
Me neither. It looks very interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to see Pattinson. Nolan. And we'll see, what's his name? Denzel Washington's son, right? John Washington.
Look, I've been wanting Denzel to play Two-Face for years, but if I can't have Denzel, I want his son.
Yeah. So this is the test case. This Mulan is going to be the test case for blockbusters. And if it does well, I'm telling you, it's going to change how movies are distributed.
Yeah, it is called a domino effect.
Yep. So I hope not, because again, I really, really, really like going to the movies, and that's one of the things I miss the most. With the pandemic, there's something about going to a movie theater, getting the popcorn and putting way too much butter on it.
It's great. It's one of the things I miss the most.
So I hope. I don't want to say I hope this fails, but I hope it doesn't do well enough that they change the whole way movies are done.
I don't think it'll ever really change. I think there would just be a little bit of a difference for the time being until we get our vaccine.
Yep. And hopefully that happens sooner than later. So
Fingers crossed.
Yep, fingers are crossed. So I think we've run through everything.
This was a fantastic show. I'm so excited. And please, guys, please rate and review our show. And we're going to read your review on air. I keep saying online. I don't know why. But we're going to give you a really special giveaway, something I think you'll really like. And I'm trying to outdo Lauer here. So if you could really help me out, I'm like begging at this point. Okay, like Lauer's just wiping the floor with us.
I definitely think we need to step up our game as well. So, I mean, guys, definitely rate us.
First is
rate us, even if you rip us for 5 paragraphs.
And if it's a good rip and we read it, I'll still send you the gift. You know,
if it's creative,
if you're good at what you do, like I want to see it.
Yes, if it's a creative ripping, we will both tip our caps and send you the gift.
And I told Eric my ideas for the gifts, and he was actually really impressed. So I think these are good gifts. I think you guys would really like these gifts. If you guys are fanboys, I don't think you'd be like, oh wow, I can't believe they sent me this. I think like, oh wow, I had no idea. It's a surprise. So each gift is different, but
And I double checked. It will not be the shirtless photos of Pete. We will not send.
Nobody wants to see those. Nobody. Photos. I never would ever subject any of you to that. Nobody wants to see that. No.
Well, there might be some people who want to see it, but we won't send them anyway.
No, no. What is wrong with you?
Oh man. Oh no.
You need Jesus.
There's a market. There's definitely a market, but
there's not for that. Not for that. No way.
Okay. So on that note, Pete, plug away.
Check out all my various articles and wonderful love notes about Batman on Film. Check me out on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Vero, you name it, I'm on it, at Pete Illustrated. Check out our Twitter page for Straight Outta Gotham, straight_O_G. That is also the Instagram handle. And like I said, review, rate, and come get your special surprise.
All right. And as you guys know, you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram at Final E33. Sorry, spelled Finale 33. Check out our Facebook page, Straight Outta Gotham, and also check out, if you're interested and you want to join, check out the Straight Outta Gotham fan group. Again, request and we will let you in. There's a couple questions you need to answer now, but just to make sure you're not a robot.
He's so big on security.
Yeah, you gotta be in this day and age. You gotta be. Big on
one more thing. I'm on Ryan Lauer's Batman book club. We discussed the Penguin affair. It's a real fun 3-issue story about Batman versus the Penguin with Harold Allnut, one of my favorite side characters. Check that out. The Batman BC.
Yes, and I will be on the next episode of the Batman book club. I will not tell you what we are breaking down, so you'll just have to listen when
the Wonder Twins.
Dude, don't joke. I still want the Wonder Twins to appear in a movie someday. What? They're weird. Criminally underrated. Criminally
is the right word.
Come on, when in life do you not need a rope and a bucket of water? When do you not need those things?
Are you a pirate? Like, what do you?
Dude, always one of them would always turn into something very, very useful. The other would be like a rock. It's like, what did anyway? But yes, criminally underrated team in comic book lore, the Wonder Twins. I will go to my grave saying that. And on that note, I want to thank you for listening to this episode of Straight Outta Gotham. For Peter Verra, I'm Eric Holzmann. Take care and see you next time.
Booyah.